Yo, at some point we just gotta look in the mirror one day and just stop lying to ourselves, right? What do I mean? Like, stop lying about some of the things, the character flaws you know you got, right? Stop lying to yourself and convincing yourself that it was their fault when the whole time it was your fault. Whole time you could have prevented it. Whole time you could have responded a different way. Whole time you could have avoided the situation if you weren't operating in your pride or your insecurities or your childhood wounds or your trauma, right? At some point, we got to come to grips with the reality that it's us. I got to fix me and stop blaming everybody else, stop blaming my parents, stop blaming the things that happened to me when I was a child, right? I had to come to grips with that. It's my fault. Ultimately, even if the root of it isn't your fault, your healing is your responsibility. But the beautiful thing is, we can call on the Creator, we can call on Jesus Christ, we can call on God to help us identify these issues and to deliver us from these issues. The Bible says if we confess, He's faithful and just to forgive and cleanse us of all unrighteousness. The problem is we don't want to confess because confession requires you having a real conversation with yourself saying, you know what? I'm messed up in this area. I did this. I manipulated that situation for my own gain. I have conditional love. I'm selfish. I'm unruly at times. I'm downright rebellious. I'm downright nasty. And we don't want to have that conversation with ourselves. We don't want to face ourselves. But the beautiful thing is, we have a God who already knows. He's just waiting for you to confess it so that He can cleanse you of all unrighteousness. He wants to know truth in the inward part, that says in Psalms 51. And He shall make you to know wisdom, right? He wants to purge you with hyssop so you can be clean, but it starts with how David did it. He says, against you and only you have I sinned and done this evil in your sight. So when you judge me, you are correct. Let God be true and every man a liar. We are liars. We lie to ourselves. But at some point, you can choose to say, you know what? I shall know the truth, and the truth shall make me free. So it's time to get real.